Suspended. No context. It's Friday. Big game tonight. Heart drops, phone lights up, and suddenly the whole weekend feels like it's teetering. Welcome to Danny's Den. Let's chat. Okay, quick promise. In about 10 minutes, I'll give you the exact first steps to take at school, what to do if police show up, how to keep custody calm and routines intact, and one small ritual you can use to reset the house before the game. Picture this. You get an automated call at 8:30 a.m., a text at 8:34, suspended. You call the school and get, "We're looking into it." That ambiguity is the panic engine. The goal is to trade panic for facts, fast. First move, ask 3 things. What exactly happened? Who wrote the report? And when is the meeting? Script it. Can you share the incident report and the names of staff or witnesses? And when we meet? I want to understand the facts so I can support my child. Short, firm, opens the door for documents. If they say there's no report yet, note the time you called and who you spoke to. Email the same question so you have a timestamp. I cannot overstate this. Timestamped records are gold when dates and versions of events matter later. A tiny habit. Forward any school email to yourself and add 1-line context in the subject. Asked for incident report 9:17-9:12 a.m. That sounds nerdy, but when someone later claims you didn't ask, the record speaks. It shows engagement, which judges and mediators notice. When you sit in the meeting, breathe. Set the tone with, "I'm here to understand and support my child. Can we stick to facts and next steps?" If people get emotional, bring it back. Let's put next steps in writing. Calm boundaries move things forward faster than arguing. Schools can suspend, assign in-school alternatives, or request counseling. They can't remove custody or decide legal punishment. That's a separate system. But don't minimize it. A suspension can ripple into sports, travel, and custody arguments if it's left undocumented. Now, the heavier turn. Sometimes police get involved. There's a big difference between an officer taking a statement, an intake referral, and formal charges. If police want to talk to your child, say this once and clearly. "We won't answer questions without a lawyer present. Please provide a report number and officer name." Then call for help. If an officer says, "We just need to clear this up," that's fine. But don't let a casual line rush you. Ask, "Is my child being held at the station? What is the report number? And who is the supervising officer?" Those facts are your anchors. If the child is kept at the station or transported, get a lawyer immediately. A lot of parents ask me, will this ruin custody? Usually not on its own. Courts look for patterns and risk, not a single teenage mistake. But a co-parent can try to use incidents to argue for a change, which is why your documentation and participation matter. Show up, sign into meetings, get plans in writing, and follow through with supportive steps. Quick, concrete timeline example to keep your head on straight. Suspended Friday, 8:30 a.m. School schedules a meeting Monday, 10 a.m. You emailed Friday, 9:12 a.m., asking for the report and didn't get it. Write that down. If the school later says you are unresponsive, you have proof you asked. That 3-line note can change the story later. If your co-parent flips emotionally, maybe a text like, "You can't bring him to our house. He's a problem." Pause. Don't reply in anger. Try, "I want the same thing. What's best for Sam? Let's talk after I've seen the report at 3 p.m. Short, factual, and it keeps the door open. If messages heat up, stop the thread and involve counsel if necessary. Coaches can help you keep your kid connected. Call early, not to argue, but to ask, what options keep him on the team? Maybe limited play, extra conditioning, or supervised community service with teammates. Schools often offer restorative options, school-based mediation, a restorative circle, or community service that keep a kid accountable without cutting them off. When to hire a lawyer? If your child is kept at the station, if formal charges are filed, or if the other parent is seeking emergency custody changes, get counsel. For school-only incidents, a lawyer helps, but an advocate or mediator can be a faster, less expensive route. If you call an attorney during a school meeting, have the school note parent indicated they retained counsel in the record. Small personal aside, I've sat in a lot of rooms with parents whose faces looked like a tornado had just passed through. One dad, I remember, quietly said, "I just want Saturday to feel normal for him." That stuck with me, because routine is healing, so let's protect the rituals. If your family is an Eagles or Yankees house and a kid is suspended before game day, pivot. Turn the tailgate into a living room watch party. Let the teen choose the playlist, handle the halftime snack, or take one small role. Being included matters more than being perfect. Call the coach and volunteer to help logistics if needed, so the kid stays connected. And here's a 2-minute reset families can do before the game. Everyone puts devices away. Do 1 minute each. What happened, what we can do next, and one small thing I'll do this week to help. No blaming, just facts and a plan. It changes the tone fast. Before we wrap, a brief music pick to loosen the room. Something mellow R&B from the early 2000s that gets people singing along and breathing out. Put it on for the ride home or while you make a simple plan. Music helps kids feel seen and not defined by one mistake. Recap in one pass. Get facts and copies of reports. Document calls and emails. Don't consent to questioning without a lawyer. Keep communication factual with the other parent. Involve coaches constructively. And protect rituals by making them portable and low pressure. If your child is kept at the station or charges are filed, call a lawyer. If this landed for you, please subscribe so these weekly mixes of law, love, sports, and pop culture come straight to your feed. For a deeper conversation about your situation, use the contact link in the episode notes to request a consultation or send a question. Drop a comment with topics you'd like next. I read them. Let's keep this practical and humane. Let's chat.